guys, welcome back to Show Me How Beauty. Today I'm doing this dramatic glittery eye, really smoky and full on. I've paired it with two lip combinations, so let me know which one you prefer in the down bar below. And if you want to see the look, then please keep watching. So I'm using the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. It has quite a lot of glow to it. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but I just find it doesn't blend that well across the top of foundation, so I like to put it underneath my foundation. Next I'm moving on to the brows. I'm using the Brow Genius kit from L'Oreal and the L'Oreal Brow Plumper. This is a wax on this side and then a powder. It also has a little brush that has a spoolie on, a tiny spoolie on one end and a little angle brush on the other, and a little set of tweezers. So not usually things I would like use every day, but it might be handy to keep in your handbag for when you need like an emergency touch-up or something. So I'm just going to brush through my brows. You can use a little brush that comes in the set. I'm just going to use a brow brush from Eyeshadow. Like, use whatever you've got at home that's useful to you, but I'm taking a little bit of the wax first and just popping it through the tail end of the brow. I'm then going to take the dark brown powder, well, the brow powder, I'm just going to take a little bit of the brow plumper. I've actually got the colour light medium. I feel like the dark would just be a little bit too dark. And it's meant to have brow fibres in the product, so it's meant to make your brows look a little fuller. I actually really like this on its own if you're someone that doesn't want like a really full-on brow, but you want to put them into shape and stop them from straying across the day, but you don't want too much colour. The only thing is just be careful if you're putting too much on, it can be a little bit obvious. Like, it's got a little bit of a reflective property in the brow gel, and I think that that's their way of like highlighting where the hairs are. That can be like good and bad depending on what you're doing. So I'm moving on to the eyes now. I'm taking the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the colour Eden. Myself and a lot of people do use primers because if you're going to all the effort of doing your eyeshadow, you want it to firstly stick to the lid and last all day. To begin with, I've got some eyeshadows in this little Z palette, and this is Mylar here from MAC. So I'm taking that Mylar just on the inner corner of the eye and also on the brow bone. So as a first transition colour, I'm taking this this like peach brown shade here. I'll list all the colours and everything of the shadows that I'm using on the blog, but that's just a beautiful Makeup Forever colour. A Special Shader Ultra Mix brush from Designer Makeup Tools. So I'm just focusing most of that colour on the outer edge in the V shape there, and then blending it around. So the key really is to focus the most colour on the outer V and really extend the eye, and then blend it around. We're not going to be bringing it like onto the lid more, we're going to be extending the eye out. And then I'm going to take some colours from a Natural Born Cosmetics palette. This is it here. These shadows I think are like $7 each. They're really affordable. I'll link on my blog where to get them. I would really recommend these as start out eyeshadows if you don't really have any, you want some matte shades, these are perfect. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this colour here mixed with this. So I'm just going to do exactly the same sort of scenario, focusing most colour here in that V shape and then blending around. As you can see, they're quite pigmented, so try not to pick up too much product. I'm actually going to start with the clean shader brush and just blend that top edge just to prevent it from getting too high. So I'm just going in with a little bit of the black from the Natural Born Cosmetics palette, and I'm just going to take a little winged liner brush. This one's from Zoeva. And I'm just going to start doing a bit of a wing. Don't be too concerned with the shape of it because we're going to blend it anyway. So we're just placing it there and then dragging the brush sideways to get the blended effect. And then just going to take a little tiny bullet brush from Eyeshadow and just blend it. Just blend the edge there. Then I'm going to mix a tiny bit of the black and a tiny bit of this sort of cranberry shade and blend that. So I'm just doing really gentle, sort of soft swirling motions. I'm just taking the Clinique Take the Day Off for lids, lashes and lips. I'm gonna pop it in the center and just wipe to get a really crisp line. So I'm just taking this Makeup Forever shadow. It's like this beautiful sort of bronze, deep bronze color. It's very pretty. And I'm just going to use my little finger and press that onto the outside, probably third of the lid. Just taking my little brush from earlier and just blending the edges of that so that it looks quite seamless. So I'm just going to take this little No Name gold shadow. You can use any that you like. I'm just going to take that on a flat shader brush. I'm just going to pop that onto the inner, probably third, and blend outwards. This is just providing the base for the next couple of products we're going to use. So I'm just layering it up. I'm then just going to take a little Kryolan pigment. It's like a beautiful gold colour. I'm just taking some on a little flat shader brush, tap off any excess, and then I'm going to press it onto the lid. It's a really pretty colour. So I'm just taking a little bit of gold glitter from MAC with a little bit of the mixing medium. So I've got a little synthetic brush here. So with that little synthetic brush, I'm going to pick up the mixing medium and just pop a little bit onto sort of the inner mobile lid. Just thinking about where the eye is going to crease and everything. So we don't want it to be like too high. And then I'm just going to press a little bit of that glitter onto the lid. I can see like the glitter that's on my face. I'm going to take a little bit of that makeup remover from earlier, hopefully clean up a little bit of that glitter. So next I'm taking the Professional primer, just a little bit across the center of the face. This is so silky, this primer. Okay, so I'm going to go with my foundation. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation in the colour 4.5. This is one of my favourites for every day. So to apply my foundation, I'm going to take a pointed foundation brush from Designer Makeup Tools. Taking the Dior Skin Star Concealer in the colour 001, just under the eye, in that good old highlighting area. A little bit through the centre of the forehead just to lighten it up compared to the rest of the face. Just going back in with that same brush. Just really pressing it right up under the eye. I'm then using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and I'm taking the banana shade from the centre. Just going to set underneath my eyes. And I'm using that same pointer brush. I'm then going to take a little bit of the Studio Care Blend Pressed Powder in the colour Medium Dark. And I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and set the rest of my face. This is a sort of foundation where it does need to be set if you really want it to last throughout the day. And you can also get a little bit of extra coverage if you do use a powder. So since I've got it here, I'm going to take a little bit of probably these three colours as a contour. Ooh. A little bit through the hairline. So while I'm here, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this. This is like the shimmery shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight colours in this palette. I'm just going to dust it across the top of the cheek. I think it's quite a subtle highlight. A little bit just on the tip of the nose. And a little bit. I'm going to take that little fluffy brush I used earlier just with the orange shade, blend that underneath the eye. So now that I've got my sort of brown tone underneath, I'm just going to take this tiny little brush from Hakuho. Take that dark purple shade. And I'm just going to bring that from the outer corner and drag that along. Not too far though, just sort of keeping it on the outer third probably. And then just to join it up with that outer wing, I'm just taking a little bit of the black mixed with the purple just to join it up. I'm just going to take a little bit of that bronze shade from Makeup Forever. I'm just going to pop that sort of under the eye and then blend outwards. Colour Hourglass Beige from L'Oreal. That's what it looks like on this beautiful sort of champagne colour. It's It's really pretty. So I'm just taking that little shader brush that I was using before, and I'm going to press that onto the inner corner of the eye. So it's just like that. Might pop a tiny bit through the brow, like the tiniest little bit. So I'm going to wear quite dramatic lashes today. These are the Noir Fairy lashes in the colour black from House of Lashes. That's what the box looks like. First, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Lash Power mascara from Clinique. It's like one of my favourite mascaras, and like when you look at the brush you wouldn't even think so, but it just gets so close to the lashes, picks them all up, and then it's also like a really long wear formula. So it's not waterproof, but it definitely really lasts. Okay, so I got my little lash with a little bit of glue on that. And I'm just going to pop it on. It's been sitting for a little while, so it should go on pretty easily, but we'll see. And I have worn these lashes before, so they should sit relatively well. I'm just going to take a little bit of Buff from MAC. It's like this sort of neutral toned blush. I think that buff colour has to really work on someone that's not as tanned. So instead I'm taking this colour, which is Sincere. Please excuse the lighting. The sun's come out. It's all happening today. So I'm taking the chocolate lip liner from Revlon. I'm just going to line my lips. So to achieve the colour that I actually really want for this look, I'm going to take a little bit of Kimchi Doll from Gerard Cosmetics, and I'm just going to pop it in the centre of the lip. And then just start to sort of blot it out. Okay guys, so that's the finished look today. I hope that you've enjoyed this very dramatic and glamorous looking makeup look. So this is one option for the lip if you like it. Otherwise, I'm going to do a red and quickly show you that. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of a red lip liner. This is the Provoque Semi-Permanent Gel Lip Liner Waterproof in the number 21. So it's just a red colour. Whatever lip liner you use is fine. It's going to take a little bit of MAC's Brick Lip Liner just to define that edge a little bit further, because that one is so soft. You sort of get like a little bit of a drag. So let me know what you think, guys. Do you prefer the red, or do you like, I mean, this is the red. Do you prefer the other colour, which is like a, I guess it's a Kendall Jenner inspired lip, like that really sort of dark, purpley browny lip that she does, or red? I don't know, I like a bit of red. It feels a bit Christmassy actually. This could be a great Christmas look. But it's obviously very glamorous for any time of year. So if you did enjoy this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends if you think they would like it, and I'll see you next time on Show Me How Beauty. Bye!